Season's greetings! A special LEGO preview is coming at you right now. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. I hope you had a Merry Christmas, and if you celebrate Hanukkah or Kwanzaa, I wish you and your family a joyous and peaceful celebration. So I am super excited to share this preview with you. So every year, LEGO comes out with a new set in their modular series. So this year, they hit it out of the park, in my opinion. It is one of the most unique looking and most detailed set that they have come out with in the modular series. So, the LEGO Modular for 2025 is the Tudor Corner, set number 10350, containing 3,266 pieces. So in today's episode, we're going to take a detailed look at this amazing upcoming set. But before we dive in, let's start with a little LEGO history and talk about the modular series of buildings. So, LEGO Modulars started in 2007 with Cafe Corner. The first couple of modulars didn't have any interiors at all. However, the newer sets have complete interiors. There are a lot of great sets here. The Fire Brigade in 2009 was the first one with a full interior. We got a detailed first floor with the Green Grocer in 2008, but the other floors were pretty bare. And then in 2017, to celebrate 10 years of modular buildings, we got the first ever base plate and a half set Assembly Square. Now, this was a great set with callbacks to the previous sets that came before it. So, enough reminiscing. If you're new to LEGO, you may be wondering, what's a modular? What does modular even mean? Well, modular means employing or involving a module or modules as the basis of design or construction. So, using Tudor Corner as an example, in a LEGO modular building, each floor is considered a module, and it can be removed in its entirety. Now, this is different than other styles like hinged. In this set, the buildings can open on a hinge rather than the floors lifting off. So in this medieval town square set, if you look at the building on the left where the greenish tan wall and the red wall meet, there is a hinge, and the building can be closed. Now, there are also open back buildings, like this year's Winter Village set, Santa's Post Office. In this style, the floors are not removable and there are no hinges to close the set. It simply remains with an open back. So again, the modular style results in a completely enclosed building with each floor stacking on top of each other. Okay, so now that we've covered what a modular is, let's talk a little bit about architectural style. So, with some notable exceptions, which we'll talk about in a minute, the architectural style of the modular series has been fairly generic, not really influenced by any specific style or geographic location. Here are the 2023 and 2024 modular sets, the Jazz Club and the Natural History Museum. So as you can see, they're very detailed. I would say the Jazz Club more so than the museum, but what the museum lacks in style, it makes up for in size. This was another base plate and a half set. However, looking at them, they don't really have any sort of specific architectural style, like Gothic or modern or Victorian, etc. That was last year and the year before. Now, I said there were some notable exceptions. And the Tudor Corner, the new one for this year, definitely falls into that category. The architectural style for the Tudor Corner is distinctly British, and the other two distinct styles that we've seen before are French and American. Here you can see the Parisian restaurant and the downtown diner alongside the Tudor Corner. All three have very distinct styles that look quite different than the other modulars. As you can imagine, this was met with varying opinions in the LEGO fan community, specifically the Downtown Diner. There were a few grumblings with the Parisian restaurant, and I really haven't heard anything about the Tudor Corner. Most people seem to really like the Tudor Corner. But the Downtown Diner was a little divisive. Some like the unique styles. Others don't think they go with the rest of the modular buildings. I'm kind of in the first camp. I like that they change it up now and then. That's how real cities are built, right? They're built over time. New styles come in and out. So it doesn't bother me that much. Plus, the Downtown Diner was pretty cool if you're into that whole mid-century sort of Art Deco-y kind of 50s diner theme. So that was very cool. I did like that building a lot. So now that we sort of know more about what a modular is, a little about the history of the modular series, let's take a detailed look at Tudor Corner. The designers of Tudor Corner are Francois Zapp on the right and graphic designer Ashwin Visser on the left. Now, I couldn't find a photo on the LEGO website, so credit for this photo goes to newelementary.com. Shout out to them. So Francois is responsible for the design and the building techniques used in the actual building itself. And then Ashwin, being a graphic designer, is responsible for the graphic elements, like the print pieces, like the signs and the menu board and the clock faces, also the minifigure outfits and the minifigure faces. So one thing that I kind of find a little amazing is that this is only the second model that Francois has designed for release by LEGO. The first was Shackleton's Lifeboat, which was the Black Friday gift with purchase if you bought the LEGO Endurance set. I think that's that to have this set be sort of his first big set out of the box, pretty amazing. I think he's a designer to watch. I don't know if any of you watch LEGO Masters on Fox. Jamie, the LEGO designer there, he was responsible for a lot of the early modular series designs. So he's gone on to other things. So it'll be interesting to watch Francois and see how he progresses through the system. So anyway, back to Tudor Corner. As I said earlier, the set's divided into 3 floors, or modules. The first floor contains 2 businesses, the Old Guarded Inn and a haberdashery. So interestingly, the Old Guarded Inn is a reference to an old LEGO set from 1986, set 6067. It was in their castle theme. And in an interview, Francois mentioned that he imagines this new set as a modern evolution of the original set. That over time, the Old Guarded Inn was remodeled and added to and became the version that we see today in the Tudor Corner set. So again, this kind of goes back to that theory of cities evolving over time, which I think is very cool. So the interior features a pub where diners can order food and drinks, specifically fish, as the menu board indicates. So the exterior has some super unique part pieces with a connection to Star Wars, of all things. So the railing above the windows is made of battle droid arms and legs that are recolored in gold. And there are some details on either side of the door that are recolored R2-D2 legs. Now, we also saw the use of R2-D2 legs in the fireplace detail of the Home Alone build. So I think it's really cool how they reuse these pieces in different ways. So we have these pieces that were designed to be R2-D2 legs, and now they're fireplace details or building details. It's very cool. So I also love how that section with the windows and the door sort of juts out at an angle from the main building, and then it flows right into that curved corner where the menu board is. That just looks great. And then the other side of the first floor is the haberdashery. Now, depending on where you are in the world, a haberdashery could be a men's clothing and accessory shop or a hat shop. And this is reflected in the interior by the hats that are on display, as well as the fabric and the thread. On the outside of the shop, you can see an outline of a top hat on the Haberdashery sign. So I think that's a very clever way that Ashwin designed that sign. The first floor also features, in addition to there's a kitchen for the pub, it also features a restroom under the stairs. And a portion of the stairs can be removed so that you can access the restroom. Francois mentioned in an interview that he included this feature to remove the stairs in response to a complaint or criticism to the Jazz Club set from 2023. In that set, it also had a restroom that was under some stairs, but once the stairs were complete, the restroom was completely inaccessible. You couldn't see it or get to it. So he wanted to fix that with the Tudor Corner design. Now moving on to the second floor, we have a clockmaker's shop. And this is alluded to by the gorgeous printed clock on the exterior of the building. And then the interior workshop is just chock full of all types of clocks. Clocks on display, he's got a little work table where he's repairing some clocks. And all of these clock faces, as far as I know, are printed pieces. Now this floor also features a closet under the stairs where you can store this cool little vacuum cleaner build. And then if we move on up to the third floor, we have an attic apartment. So the attic apartment is inhabited by a lady and her cats, along with a couple of beetles. I mean, the exterior of this level is also stunning. The way the designer achieved this Tudor look is really cool, with the beams and the white in between, and then especially some of those beams are at an angle. So I'm not going to give anything away in this video. You'll have to wait until my review video to see how that is achieved. It's a very clever technique. And the interior has a ton of cool details, including the beetles enclosure, a teal sofa, a cat scratching post, and some fern elements. So in addition to the great interior and exterior details, we also get 8 minifigures. So starting on the left, we have the Clockmaker, a customer, the owner of the Haberdashery, the owner of the inn, the chef at the inn, the lady that lives in the attic apartment, and a chimney sweep. Now, I said 8, but that's only 7. There's also another minifigure with a blank face that is used as a mannequin in the Haberdashery, so that brings the total to 8. So I think this set is really amazing. In an interview, Francois stated that after the Natural History Museum, which was massive and institutional in its aesthetic, they wanted a cozier, warmer corner with the idea of celebrating British architecture. And I totally agree. I love the smaller coziness of the set, and they definitely hit the nail on the head with the British architecture. Like, this building just screams Britain. Like, I just still can't believe how great it looks. I mean, all the floral details and the Tudor on the top, and it's just great. And there's like a little coat of arms down at the bottom on the sidewalk. Just perfect. So I appreciate like all of these details. And I've watched a few reviews from YouTubers that got advanced copies of this set, and they indicate that there are references throughout the instruction manual to other modular buildings. Like, one example is that the clock on the Town Hall modular was made by the Clockmaker in the Tudor Corner set. So that's very cool that they're doing all these sort of callbacks to other modular buildings, and they've started including these little bits of storytelling in the manuals so you can read about them while you're building. So it kind of, you're not just building the set, but you're also getting told a story, kind of. So it's very cool. Like I said, I love the modular series. So I was not one of the people that received an advanced copy of this set. My channel is not that big. I don't have that much influence. So I am just going off of what I've heard from other YouTubers, but I cannot wait to get my hands on this set and discover all the storytelling on my own when the set comes out. So, needless to say, I am super excited and cannot wait until this set comes out. So speaking of that, when is this set coming out? So Tudor Corner will release officially on Saturday, January 4th, 2025. However, if you are a LEGO Insiders member, which you definitely should be, because it's totally free to sign up, and you earn 5% back on each purchase made through LEGO, either in person at a LEGO store or at lego.com. And you also get early access sometimes to sets and special gifts and things. So if you are a LEGO Insider member, you can get this set starting January 1st. So I will definitely be one of those crazy people down at the LEGO store before it opens on January 1st to get my copy of the Tudor Corner. Now, as they usually do with these modular releases, and a lot of their bigger releases, they usually will have a gift with purchase that will come along with the Tudor Corner that has something to do, it's in the same theme. And so this year they are doing a gift with purchase. It's called the Corner Kiosk. And that will be available with the purchase of, for free, with the purchase of Tudor Corner, of course, while supplies last. There's not an endless supply of these free gifts, so I would say if you want to get the free gift, you should probably get this set in the first day or two that it's available, because they usually go fast. So I'm going to be getting this set on January 1st. So when is my review coming out? Good question. So my initial plan was that I was going to go down, get the set, rush home, build it, film it, edit it, and publish it the next day on January 2nd. However, as I stated probably way too many times in this video, the modular series are my absolute favorite. So Cafe Corner was the first set I bought as an adult, like way back in 2007. I was a kid. We had Lego growing up, but I probably mentioned this in other videos, but it was just like a bucket of parts that we would dump out on the floor and make up our own stuff, which I loved as a kid. But then, you grow up and you kind of lose interest or whatever. They call that in the Lego community, they call that your dark ages. That time when you sort of give up Lego, but then you come back to it as an adult and you become an AFOL or an adult fan of Lego. So Cafe Corner was that set that ended the dark ages for me. So that got me back into Lego as an adult. So that being said, I really want to savor this build and not rush through it. I want to pour over every detail and read all the little storytelling and make all the connections to other sets and look at the printed pieces and take my time doing it and really enjoy it. So I hope that you will understand. Now, this is not purely selfish, at least I hope not. Taking my time will also give me the opportunity to give you a more thorough review and not a rush job. So that's my plan. I want to take my time and I really want to enjoy this set and I really want to provide you with a thorough, in-depth review. And I cannot do that in 24 hours. So again, I hope you will understand and still come along with me on this journey. Full disclosure, there are already reviews out there right now. Those YouTubers, like I mentioned before, that are in the LEGO Ambassador Network, they got advanced copies weeks ago and they've already published videos, and pictures and all sorts of stuff. So, I will fully admit, I have watched most of, not all of those videos, because I am super interested in this set. So, if you need to watch them, but please come back for my review. So long story short, the beginning of January, January 2nd, I'm planning to do kind of a year-end review, review some of the successes and favorite sets from last year, and then lay out a roadmap for 2025 to kind of let you know where we're going. We're going to be making some changes to the Thursday format for sure. So definitely stay tuned for January 2nd for that video to kind of get a guide to where we're going for 2025. I have a lot of at least what I think are cool things planned for next year, at least through the first half of the year or so. So I look forward to sort of engaging that plan and bringing all that content to you. So stay tuned for that. And then after that, in the first few weeks of January, I have some Star Wars sets that I'm going to be building. A viewer left a comment a week or so ago asking if I was going to do any Star Wars sets. And I realized I have not done any Star Wars sets on the channel. And I have some in my backlog. So along with some new stuff that I got over Black Friday, which you may or may not have seen sort of a little preview in the Batman video, the Batmobile videos. So check those out on Saturdays. So I will be doing 3 Star Wars sets, I think, in January. And then on January 30th, I will be publishing my review of the Tudor Corner. So I hope that you will stick around and indulge me in letting me savor the Tudor Corner build. So I hope that you enjoyed this preview of Tudor Corner and are just as excited to get it as I am. And again, I also hope you stick with me for the January 30th review. So if you haven't already subscribed, please be sure to do so that you don't miss out on that review as well as other great content coming up soon. We've got an episode reviewing a remote control Lego car coming up New Year's Eve. Plus the DeLorean and the Batmobile builds are chugging along. Plus for 2025, we may be adding another one into the mix in the sort of build the scale model series. So again, be sure to hit that subscribe button, like, comment on the videos, hit the bell notification so that you stay in the loop with Brickscale Studio. And thank you for joining me again on this preview video. It's something different that I haven't done before on the channel. So I hope that it was valuable to you, and I hope to see you on the next episode. And as always, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you very soon.